Hello, it's time for Flashback, the weekly history quiz. Let's find out what's happened in history. In the 1930s, U.S. companies start making small, sleek restaurants that are shipped by rail. Oh, that are shipped by rail. Is that why they look that way? I never knew that. That's why they sort of look like kind of early mid-century train cars. That's incredible. They're known as diners. That's amazing. How did I not know that? Sorry. Anyway, the stylish King Tut is entombed in Egypt with his afterlife essentials: food, clothes, and a whole lot of shoes, mostly flip-flops. Well, that's obviously well before, yes, 1323 BCE. A dance teacher, Judy Missett, realizes her students want to be fit, not learn choreography. She'll rebrand her class as Jazzercise. The 1980s? No, so much earlier than that, 1969. Wow. Okay, I didn't know. James Monroe tells Europe to stay out of the Americas. Without a strong U.S. Navy, the only ones who can enforce his doctrine are Europeans. That's the Monroe Doctrine of U.S. political history. So we'll obviously put that before the 1930s. Yep, 1823. John Glenn applies to be one of the first U.S. astronauts. Fearing he's too tall for small spacecraft, he puts heavy books on his head to try to become shorter. Wow, amazing. Didn't know that either. I'm guessing that's probably the 1950s? 59, yeah, just the end of the 50s. To free himself from slavery, the gladiator Spartacus escapes and leads a revolt. He beats several armies before his eventual defeat. Well, that'll be somewhere around here. Yeah, 73 BCE. Theodore Parker, an abolitionist, predicts his cause will prevail. He describes the arc of the moral universe as long, but bending towards justice. Of course, a famous phrase recapitulated by Martin Luther King, whose birthday is celebrated on Monday. Okay, so anyway, when do I think this is? I don't know, actually. Do I think that's before or after 1823? Probably after, but not long after. 1853, yeah, so in that general area. The Dutch artist Vermeer paints Girl with a Pearl Earring. He uses ultramarine, a rare blue pigment, as precious as gold. I assume that's the 18th century? 18th century? No, 17th century, sorry. But anyway, at least I placed it correctly. A mathematician in India, Brahmagupta, writes the first known rules for working with a strange number that represents nothing, 0. Do I think that's before or after 73 BCE? I wish I knew this. I'll say after. Yes, 628 AD. Okay, honestly, that was a guess on my part. I mean, it was obviously going to be somewhere around there, but I didn't know that specifically. Although I was aware of the 0 coming from that part of the world. Anyway, let's see. So, oh yeah, okay, good. Well, not good, but I was in there. Managed to get a perfect score with a lower percentage of compatriots than usual. So there we go. Let's see what tripped people up. Just about everybody correctly placed King Tut. Would be hard not to have done so. And nearly everybody correctly placed the gladiator Spartacus. Maybe some people thought that was older. I suppose. Wow. Interesting. Fewer than half of people correctly placed the Indian mathematician and the 0. Interesting. Thinking it was earlier, I suppose. 0 is one of those concepts that when you think about it, it is bizarre to imagine a world without that concept. And so you'd think it must have been much older. Okay. The Vermeer, about a tenth of people misplaced that. Just about everybody correctly placed Monroe and the Monroe Doctrine. A fifth of people misplaced Theodore Parker, the abolitionist. Maybe they put it before in 1823, probably, I'm guessing. Just about everybody correctly placed John Glenn trying to make himself shorter, and virtually everybody, of course, correctly placed Jazzercise, even though in my case I did not realize it was that early. There we go. Always interesting. I really enjoy this. Hopefully you do as well, and I'll be back next week with more. Bye for now.